Hi everybody, welcome back to Shell Star Stitches. I hope you are all doing okay. Thursday video, as I promised, because today I was at the Kew Gardens workshop. So I did forewarn you all I'd probably do a video today, just so I can give you all the lowdown, all the gossip, and yeah, spoilers. So I'm going to pop in some video and pictures now for you, so you can take a look at those. And then you can come back to me and I will go through everything that happened. See you in a second. Good morning, everybody. It is 8:45 in the morning. I left my house at 10 to 7 because it told me it was going to take 2 hours 40 minutes to get here. I've managed to do it in 1 hour 50 minutes. So, because it's half term, I'm assuming in traffic, it was basing it on normal traffic and not half term traffic. So I'm mega early because gates don't open till 10 and course doesn't start till 10:30. So I'm going to have my breakfast, but I'll have a bit of a drink because I've got a bit of a headache. I've paid for my parking already. And yeah, we'll do a little bit of video where we can, and then I'll do a roundup, which you'll be watching after this, of what we've made and the day. So I'll speak to you all in a bit.
Thank you so much for joining us again in another series of workshops this year. It's been lovely, and I think thank you for you, Georgia, really, for your continued support.
I can't find your line.
So you tie yourself a slip knot in exactly the same way and leave yourself a long end because you will use that to sew it onto your pumpkin. Don't worry about leaving it too long because we're going to use the hand dies to actually create shape on this one rather than using, it's not just stalk that you're using, we're just using that to sew the stalk into position. The centre of all, and that's just because these are ones that I think a lot of people like to sit up on things on display, and if you put the legs too far back, these will they'll be awkward, it'll tip it backwards rather than letting it sit flat. So when you look at the bottom of the pumpkin, I have actually got a long way off and forward from the centre, and the way that I would do it is I'd sit it down and then I could almost put your legs underneath, as in push them underneath the pumpkin so you're happy with where your legs are sitting, and then just flip that over and put them in that position. It's quite a wide gate as well, in terms of the legs are quite a long way apart rather than being very close together. But that is the kind of thing that definitely creates the character. Tiny, tiny little movements of where they're going will make it look very different.
Welcome back. So hopefully you enjoyed the little snippets of videos that I managed to take and some of the photos. Right, this was the last workshop at Kew for this year because we're now not back until next May. We knew it was going to be a hand dye because Kerry had already said that up front, and it is the first vegetable that they have done at Kew. So without further ado, I'm going to show you what it is by doing this. So here we go. It is a daisy gourd. So it's a type, I believe, a type of pumpkin. It's a gourd. I'm not very good with my vegetables. So we got a little Crow Your Own bag, like a vegetable bag, and we also got our normal Crow Your Own bag. So the pattern, we had 100 grams skein of hand dye, which I'll show you in a second. Hide that tag so you can't see that. And we also had 25 gram of stone and 25 of primrose. So that's just our marker thread for stitch marker, which I can't use. So that, and then, get it out so I don't drop it. The hand dye. So this hand dye is called cucurbita, if that's how you say it. Let me hold up the tag so that you can see. Oh, without the dangly. Cucurbita. And that is our yarn. So we started in primrose at the top of the pumpkin. So this is what I managed to make today. There's quite a bit of colour change, if you can see there. So we start at the top. This does actually pop in to make the sort of top bit of the pumpkin for the stalk to go into. So that is where we started. And this is the daisy effect coming that you can see here. And I'm finally on, I've done all the colour change bit at the top, and I'm now into the solid rounds in the hand dye. So that's an achievement at least. And then I'll show you the inside so you can see the inside. So we just carried the yarn, hopefully not too tightly, so that that can still make a pumpkin shape, because that is the only risk. So that is what we managed today. So I'll show you the pattern as well. It's a little, oh, she says, it's all right, pattern's got stuck to a patch. I'll show you the patches we got as well. So it's a little half size postcard pattern this time. So it's a fold out one for the daisy gourd. So there is our signed, and then they do all now say Q on the bottom, which is nice. So there is our signed Kew Gardens one. Patches we got today, we knew we were getting a pumpkin because when they advertised them they said we would a Q. So that is actually a spare for me. And a Kerry patch as well, the new goldeny. I say golden, but some people say yellow, but to me that's gold. Which, yes, I've got that one as well, but this one is being promised to someone. So that is the pattern. So yeah, as I say, I've got to do 18 rounds now where I am on this section. Just 18 rounds of the same double crochet, no increase or decrease, which is good. So that's fine. Oh, just realised my phone is still on loud. So yeah, that'll keep me going for a while until we then get into some decreasing. Yeah. So it does, let me show you again so you can see the front up close. So it does actually have, you can put legs on it if you choose or not, and obviously the stalk, and then we do the sort of segments with the yarn like we do an ordinary pumpkin. And I'll come up close so you can see that is the top of what it will look like. So yes, very, very pleased with that. Wasn't sure what I was expecting, but the hand dye is a lovely colour. Little bit of information about the hand dye, where Jess has dyed them, because obviously she dyes and cakes all 90 skeins for all of us that are there. The hand dye yarns, there is a pair of each. I can't explain this very well, so forgive me. So basically she's hand dyed, and technically they're all really random and really different, but that she's dyed them in pairs. So each one of us has a twin at Kew who's got the same skein as us, but we don't know who. So until we all work up our pumpkins and compare, we won't know. So that's I find really a nice little special touch. So it's almost like we've all pretty much got original hand dyed yarn each. Yeah, so all our pumpkins will come out different. Right, I'm going to go through all the information we found out today. I am going to take this opportunity to mention, because I have mentioned the Facebook group before, but just for you guys so you know, if you're on Facebook, it's called Toft Addicts, and that's where we're putting all of the information that we find out during the day. I'll try and see if I can pop a link to it on here, but if not, if you just search Toft Addicts, you will find it, and then you'll find all of us in there. So all the information we've been finding out today. So tomorrow there will be a launch of the pre-order of the new 10-year anniversary of Ed's Ed's Menagerie book. Ed's Menagerie. So it's 10 years next year since the original came out. So they have gone through and updated the patterns. Some of them have had a bit of a refresh. Some of them, there are some new patterns added that we already know, but also some new patterns that we don't know. Toft will have their own exclusive hardback version with a ribbon inside for marking pages. So that will be a Toft exclusive. So if you go the likes of other bookstores, you won't get that. Also, Toft have said there will be a patch with it and there will be bonus patterns. So that goes on pre-order tomorrow. It's not due out until March, FYI. So don't go pre-ordering it for anyone for Christmas. Next Thursday, Christmas is going to launch. Christmas will go on the website for Toft. They've basically said this next month is their busiest month of the year with everything that's going on with all of these launches, advent packing. Obviously, we've just had some subscriptions on their way, like Conservationists, etc. I think they went out this morning. So Christmas will launch, and the improved My Toft area that people have been asking for. So you will be able to filter your patterns, search within your patterns, get them in a particular order, etc. So you might be alphabetical or search by, you know, a name, a type, a keyword. That will go in as part of the website update next week with the Christmas launch. They have said they might need to take the website down or offline for a while to get that on, because we know what we're like. We all sit there refreshing all throughout the day, waiting for this. So FYI. The Advent, if you've ordered that, ships from the 17th of November. International is a week prior, so probably about the 10th of November. So they will start to ship that. Workshops, so I'm on the Charles Darwin at the Natural History Museum. Kerry did confirm to me and Holly that it's a really, really good one, and there will be some extra bits. So whether that be a pin, a patch, extra to go with the kit, and also it's going to be a really nice location within the museum that we're going to be. So she did say that. Natural History Museum workshops will continue next year, and the first one is going to be the Wildlife Photographer of the Year theme. That will be the first one. They are going to be the same nights that the Natural History Museum do their silent disco. So as and when they sort of start to go up, if the Toft ones haven't yet, you can kind of work out when to plan what days you might need off for holiday if you work, etc. They'll be around like the last Friday-ish of whatever month they're going to be in, sort of around a payday, I think, is what they're planning them for. Q workshops, we know we've got May next year, that's already sold out. The next one is September. 6th of September has gone on the calendar now. I thought it was August originally. So yeah, 6th of September, which is a Friday. Tickets are not yet on sale. I think some of us as part of Q might get advance warning, but we're waiting on those to be released. So watch this space. What else? Flora Society. They will be doing one next year. And the one that they will be doing is going to be fruits, which I'm really pleased about, because I asked Kerry about a fruits book and she's got no more books lined up with the publishers. I think she wants a little bit of a break. She's been doing a lot of things in quick succession. So I think it's a bit of a breather, a reset, and then she will probably go back, which it's been manic, I think, the last few years, especially with COVID. What else? I'm just looking on my phone because we've got everything there. We met the new Jess today that is part of Toft. So we've now got 2 Emmas and 2 Jesses at Toft. So Jess is from Australia. She has got a patch in the pipeline. It will be a Tasmanian devil called Shane. Just talking to her and Tash, because those were the 2 ladies that were there with Kerry today. It can take a little while for it to come. It's all sort of very dependent. Tash is saying, obviously for reorders of staff that they've already got, it's quite quick because it's a reprint. But for a new member of staff, it can take a little while. For a couple of people, I think, involved with the design, etc., then it goes off to the manufacturers and it's however long they take to make those. So new Jess is not going to be at Natural History Museum. she's also not going to be at Warwick not tomorrow, Saturday. So it's not like going to be in the next couple of days. That new patch will come out, so we'll see that at some point. Trying to think what else. I asked my question that I've been meaning to ask for a while with Kerry, because I remembered, it took me ages to remember, about when we buy bundles online, you can get an all neutrals bundle or an all colours bundle. And I said, will we ever be able to order online a mixture of the two? And she did explain the reasons why they don't do this currently, and they won't probably for the foreseeable. They're housed in different buildings, the colours, so it's very different sort of logistically trying to get them all and make sure there's enough stock, etc. Which is why she said they do offer at shows that you can mix and match all the sort of colour bundles. So if you ever want to buy a bundle that's mixed up, then do that at a show, because obviously they still do the bundle offer. But yeah, she said they're unlikely to do that for online because of the logistics of doing that. So what else am I trying to find? This, we were posting and posting every time we heard something because it was just easier. Natural History Museum, Q, yeah, Flora Society. Trying to see, I think that's everything. I'm trying to dig about as much as we can. Yes, that is all the information we have got basically at the moment. There was, and I think I mentioned it on my video last week because I'd started to make it, a dress up or crochet your own outfit competition today. I think it was always going to be potentially at the Warwick one on Saturday, but they also did it today. So I was frantically making my witch's hat, wasn't I? So that was finished. So let me show you my witch's hat. So here's my witch's hat. So it's got a cobweb around the outside. We have some eyeballs. So we've got a red one and a blue one. And then round here we have a green one. And we have some leaves. Now these leaves are made out of my very first ever Handdye yarn that I tried and thought I ruined. It all sort of, all the colours bled into one another because it was far too wet, and it turned into this sort of muddy, orangey, browny colour. So it kind of got put in a corner, not knowing what to do with it. Perfect for autumn flowers, autumn leaves. And this is the leaf, Toft leaf pattern, and a cobweb. So this is the cobweb collar that Toft released a free pattern for, but I've done double length to extend it to fit round the hat. Also, the cobweb is in DK, not in Aran. I ironed the brim of this to try and make the cobweb look a bit better, and my brim went all floppy. So don't iron your witch's hats, it's not recommended. So then what I've done is, sneaky behind the scenes, I've gone and threaded wire all the way around the edge, because you can see my join piece there. So I threaded the wire in the hope that that would help it sort of stand up a bit better. So here is my witch's hat for you. I'm gonna, if I bend down in here, you can hopefully see it a bit better. So you see the bit of wire there. There is my witch's hat. So Tash and, I'll leave that on. I'm gonna put it on the wonk like I'm a slightly drunk witch. Excuse the bit of wire there. Tash and Jess were kind of, they were judging and shortlisting, and then Kerry helped them with the shortlisting. There were 5 gold trophy winners, because there's 90 of us at Q. So they picked out 5 people to win a gold trophy, and I got picked. I got picked as one of the 5. So there's 3 of us sitting together that got picked, and another couple of ladies further up. One was fully dressed as a cat, and the other lady had a really lovely cobweb shawl on. And the 2 ladies I was with, Ruth had a hat and she decorated it with a witch and a Frankenstein and pumpkins all over. And Holly, who I was with, made a hat and she hand painted on a skirt all different Halloween themed monsters. So we have got, that was a picture you will have seen earlier in the video. and we're hoping that will go on Instagram, on Toft's Instagram at some point tonight. But super chuffed to have got a gold patch, because you guys will know with my patch journey that gold and silver are the only two that I need, and I've won a gold as part of my make. I did turn to Holly and I was like, am I allowed to cry? She was like, maybe wait until after we've had a photo done together. Really chuffed. I literally came out grinning the whole walk back to the car. So that's a spoiler. So you'll see that on Instagram. But I'm going to give my shout outs now. So we've got our bit of our usuals table. So we had Ruth and Holly either side of me. Then there was Sophie, Kylie, Leslie, Amy, Elspeth, who we've got to thank Elspeth with her little sneaky ways of finding information. She's got her ways. And Holly and mine, we were grilling Kerry as well. So yeah, between us, we got all of that information for you. And Kim, another shout out to Kim, who I met at Unravel in February, who watches. So hi Kim again. And then, again, there was a picture of Kim in the video footage that you will have seen. So yeah, really lovely day. Really lovely to see everyone again. And really nice make. So yeah, I can't wait to finish that. I'm thinking it's probably going to be something quite easy to finish off actually. So I might try and get that done. Sit and try and do a bit tonight rather than the housework I'm meant to be doing. But yeah, so that is all the information, the grilling, the gossip we could get you. And yeah, I'll pop some pictures on my Instagram as well, so you can see some of those separate to the video. But yeah, so I'm going to love you and leave you for tonight. Have a good rest of your week and happy Friday tomorrow. And I'll probably try and do a normal video at the weekend for you once I've sort of calmed down from the queue-ness, if that makes sense. Anyway, right, have a good evening everyone. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.